Welcome very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you very much.
As usual, I wasn't, but people see me, because I was looking around every week, and there we are over there on the monitor, and I think, oh, I'm on TV?
You're not paying attention to the show.
I'm not paying attention, Daniel.
You were just talking earlier that
But I talked to you.
Your duties
are getting smaller and
degrading.
They are. I just kind of show up and sit down now.
I know, you don't, before it was like, what can I do to help? And I said, well, you can do this, you can do this.
And now I'm like, no.
Like nothing.
No, I just walk in and sit down, like I own the place, as they say.
I know, it's that star thing.
It's the star quality, that's what it is. I'm a diva.
I don't know if it's the quality, but it's the star mentality.
Diva. That's what they call us.
That's right.
They call us divas.
Star mentality equals diva.
Diva, that's it. That's me. My entourage. They follow me around, take care of my needs and things like that. Yeah, exactly.
I want to have Stevie to get a close-up of the artwork that she did.
Can you get the artwork,
for us
Stevie?
Today?
Stevie did that. We want to see this come up on the screen.
She puts little.
Isn't that cute? See, and now they see how high-tech we are.
Yeah.
We use a
There we
whiteboard,
go.
and Stevie drew that. And if you'll put that on paper, Stevie, I would love to have a copy of it. I love that. I even got my glasses in my forehead.
You know, the favorite part of the show is when I get to erase it. Wasn't nice, was it?
Why is that your favorite part? Because you're like done?
Oh, she makes a new one every week. So
Stevie, you want to erase us?
Well, what am I supposed to do? If I don't erase it, I won't get to see anything new next week.
Well, that's true. Last week we had a squirrel, didn't we?
No,
a jackalope.
it was a jackalope.
A jackalope.
Yeah.
Oh, and of course everybody knows we tape the show on Wednesday. And I'm so glad that we don't air live because no one would be watching us because the whole world is watching those miners come up out of the... Have you been watching that? Yeah. I watched as much of it as I could. I tried to stay up last night and watch it and I fell asleep. I was waiting for the first one to come up and I dozed off. When I woke up, he was already up. I was so disappointed. Yeah. But I watched it last night before I fell asleep. This morning, I watched it on the computer at work.
Yeah. I think the hardest thing would be to come up in that tube.
Exactly. And then to be there at the top and wait for them to open that door.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you're done, and you know, bless those wives' hearts. They're standing there 3 feet away, and the guys are going, okay, just not yet, not yet, not yet.
And they got the hard hats on.
And they got the hard hats on and all that. But they discussed sedating them, you know. They did give them something a little bit.
They did.
Because they discussed it, and they thought, well, you know, they have oxygen and Bluetooth and something else while they come up that tube.
Yeah, I think there's some video cameras around to check their anxiety level.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I know that if you, and I didn't see this on television this morning, but when I checked online.
But what do you do if you're halfway up and you're anxious? You don't go back
down. nothing. But they have the camera down on the computer. I could see the picture inside, and then I actually saw the camera that was inside the thing because you'd see the tube going up, and I didn't see that on television. But you could see and then right before the tube gets to the top, they switch to an outside camera, and you see the tube come up. That was on the MSN website, by the way. But
well,
that was
down there
really
6
cool.
weeks, wasn't it? Was it not?
69 days.
Yeah, 69 days.
69 days. So that is absolutely amazing, and we have to give kudos to an American drill team of specialists from somewhere in Pennsylvania that actually went down there and punched through, and someone's like, you Americans have to take credit for everything. Well, it was an American crew, best in the world, they said.
I think they designed that capsule.
That they didn't think would ever get down through all that rock. But that has just been amazing.
That's cool. It
reminds me of Baby Jessica. Remember her?
In the well?
In the well.
Yeah, little well. That would be.
Well, we all sat and watched that one too.
Talk about claustrophobia.
Yeah, that was like late 80s, something like that, maybe late 80s.
Right.
But anyway, so that's been my big excitement is watching the men come up out of the well. I'd like that. That's
the only television you watch?
Well, it's the only thing I've watched since last night. I've been watching all those miners come up. I love the human drama, as they say. I mean, I get all choked up and teary. The wife was crying and happy, and and they look exceptionally well, all things considered.
Well, they were, sent items down, medicine and food,
but they're clean and they're not dirty or anything
well, they
like
had a large area to stay in.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not like they were,
they're cramped
on
in
rubble.
this little box and stuff. But but that's really been a miracle, been a wonderful, wonderful thing.
Now, have you started your running clinic?
We're not doing that this year. Nick is on it. He has asked me about that, and I have been unable to do it this year because Logan's in football.
Knees or something?
No, Logan. Okay. I have family responsibilities. I have mother responsibilities.
What about your other family, your extended family out there just wanting you to?
Well, now don't think I didn't shed a lot of tears over this decision, so don't pick on me for it. But I have family responsibilities now that I'm married and I have a stepson. They come first.
Got to change your personality. Got to shift gears into the wife mode.
But into the wife and mama mode kind of thing. And so the days of doing whatever Sandy wants, whenever Sandy wants to do it, are gone.
You can't. Well, you've not been married long enough.
What's that supposed to
Once
mean?
you reach a certain, certain era that you've been married for a long time, then you can, your husband or your wife says, aren't you wanting to do something? Don't you need to leave?
Yeah. Oh, I already tell Courtney to go play golf.
Okay. Well, see,
or aren't you going to the cabin this weekend? He'll say, are you wanting me to go to the cabin?
It's already started.
Well, that's because we're not 20-somethings.
Next year, you'll start your running clinic.
We're not. I can't. Not till Logan gets out of football. I have to watch. Logan comes first.
Okay.
He'll be, once I watch him play football.
He's a sophomore?
He's a sophomore, so I've got 2 more years of football and soccer.
Okay.
And I can't.
Do you go to the away games?
Yes, I do. Yep.
Did you go to this last one?
Yeah, down in Greenwood or wherever.
Alma.
Oh, the Alma Airedales. That was not pretty. Woo! They had this kid. Oh, he was just like greased lightning. They couldn't catch him, and when they did, he just popped out. It was not pretty. The Goblins did not play well. No.
Have you been following Mountain Home, the Bombers?
No, I haven't. Like
well,
I said,
somebody's here to tell us all about the Bombers.
She can tell us everything we need to know, and then some about the Bombers.
I'd like to know how well they're doing.
Well, I've seen them play the Goblins, but that's it. I think that might even just have been a JV. No. Mountain Home Kenworth Harrison, that's a big sellout. Oh my gosh, the front gate was all the way across the parking lot, almost all the way to the high school. It was packed. And it was a really good game.
You know why it's packed. It's a
big
rival.
rivalry. But it was a really good game. It was like 28-21, I think, at the end. But Harrison scored like all 20 of their points first quarter. Looked like it was going to be a blowout, and then Mountain Home just ground them back. They did. So they just shifted
That's what
gears.
Makes a good
That's what made it a
competition.
good, exciting game, because
Sure
it was just like watching 2 separate ball games, and everybody played well. That's fun.
Well,
do you want to tell that mystery person is, or just leave her unidentified? Well, you didn't mention her.
Who's that?
You just said someone's going to come on and talk about the Bombers, but you didn't mention
I was
who.
going to get to that. I was going to say that we probably should introduce who these people are that's going to be on the show today.
Or you could just leave the mystery bomber.
Well, we would need fog for that. We don't have that.
Okay.
We don't have it in the budget.
Well, go right ahead.
No fog budget. Janet Wood, the Mountain Home Athletic Director, is here to talk to us about the Bomber
and whatever
sports
else.
And whatever else. And also, next up is Gail Savage. She's with a new nonprofit organization that's trying to get votes for some grant money through Pepsi. Her organization is called Transform. And then we had a surprise guest that popped in that we're always glad to see, Mike Beam from the Humane.
Good today.
Is that right?
They don't have smell-o-vision, but he smells great.
You know, when I smelled, I wasn't attracted to.
Oh, I was. I stood closer, yeah.
It was a male thing.
It will.
So males should not be attracted to male scent. You know what I mean?
You never know.
I'm not attracted to that cologne, but I like women's perfume.
We're learning too much about you, Daniel. Let's not creep out the audience.
And then we have Marianne Sherman.
But you didn't tell who it was. It's Mike
Beam. I said Mike.
You didn't say Mike.
Did I not?
No, you didn't. No,
let's rewind the tape.
It was going to be anonymous too.
Okay.
Or Mike.
And then we have Marianne Sherman with Pet of the Week, and then Enoch Pepin and Nick Arnold from the LC Sammons Youth Center.
Yep. They're in charge of all the stuff out there at the park.
And you know what they're going to talk about?
They're going to talk about like Fright Night. Family Fun Night at the Youth Center. So it's not Fright Night, except the whole family's there together, and that can be pretty frightening. Yeah.
I don't know when that is, but we'll find out a little bit later on the show.
I think it's with Halloween, probably.
It may be.
It will be. Halloween's coming
up. We'll find
out.
out.
Yep.
We're oblivious, and we'll find out a little bit later.
Yeah, we're oblivious.
When we come back, stay with us.